In a small village named Sudhagar lived Madhukar with his wife Sheila, 3 daughters, and a son. Their financial condition was not good. Managing food, study, and expenses of 4 children was becoming difficult. Still, because of his mother's wish for a grandson, the lamp of the house, Madhukar had taken this responsibility. After 3 daughters, he finally had a son. When the eldest daughter Megha turned 18, Madhukar married her to a farmer. Megha was very beautiful as well as intelligent. One evening, Sheila said to Madhukar,
Tell me, did we do Megha's marriage in a hurry?
No, why think about it now after 2 years?
Just like that. Ever since her marriage, she visits only on Diwali. That's all.
Everything is fine at Megha's home. In fact, because of our good son-in-law, there are marriage offers from the city for our other 2 daughters, Madhu and Meena.
Really? Are they good boys?
Yes, both have good jobs, big cars, and their own houses in the city. Their families are well-to-do. Soon Madhukar's younger daughters, Madhu and Meena, got married. Since both couples lived in the same city, the sisters met often, and their husbands also became close friends.
Madhu, isn't nice that we both live in the same city? We can meet anytime. Yes, sister. If only Megha also lived here, it would have been perfect.
Gradually, Madhu and Meena grew proud of their wealth. Whenever they met, they only talked about new shopping and luxuries. On the other hand, whenever Megha's husband mentioned buying something new, Megha would say,
Why not save something for Laddu's future so he never feels short of anything later?
Megha, I'm really lucky to have a wife like you. Whenever I think of spending on you, you think of saving for our son. Proud of you, Megha. Days passed, and Madhukar's son Mohit got a good job too. He decided to celebrate his father's 75th birthday grandly, inviting all their relatives and friends. So he said to his mom, Mom, why don't we invite everyone this time? All our relatives. Please call Megha, Madhu and Meena today itself and ensure that they will come on time. That evening, Sheila invited all 3 daughters and their husbands. Madhu and Meena came early in their own cars, while Megha arrived by bus with her husband and little Laddu. Seeing her, Madhu whispered,
Look, Meena, good thing Megha doesn't live with us in the city. Just see those clothes and how Jijaji is dressed. Even their son, too, completely different from our status. That sari, that dupatta, and those clothes. Oh my!
Ignoring Megha, both sisters went straight inside. Even Mohit also ignored them. Megha felt awkward. Just then, her parents came out. Madhukar took the bag from his son-in-law's hand and Sheila brought water. Megha asked softly,
Mom, Madhu and Meena came inside without even greeting us. Why?
Meena came out and said,
Oh, no, sister. We didn't recognize you. You have changed so much. Yes, sister. Really, we didn't recognize you.
Their words made Megha and her husband a bit uncomfortable, but they ignored it. Then all sat with Sheila chatting. Madhu said,
Mom, look, I brought a gold watch for father. He loves wearing watches, na? And I brought a gold chain for my father.
Seeing their gifts, Megha's simple present looked plain. Still, she took it out.
Mom, I brought this sari for you and clothes with a shawl for father.
Madhu and Meena smirked at each other. Mohit noticed everything and later distributed return gifts according to their gifts' value. Madhu and Meena received expensive ones, while Megha's was smaller. Megha felt hurt. Seeing this, Madhukar said, Mohit, all three are your sisters. Give them equal gifts. Don't make such differences. But father, their gifts... Enough. Every daughter of mine is the same to me. No arguments. So Mohit gave similar gifts to Megha as well. Later, outside, Meena whispered,
Madhu, I think I'll give Laddu 200 rupees as a first gift. That will make him happy. What say, sister? Oh, I was thinking just 100.
Both laughed. Megha's husband Suresh overheard everything. Now he understood why they had been treated differently. After returning home, Suresh said, Megha, I think we should build a new house on our farmland. What do you say?
Why? This house is also good and near the fields.
Still, Suresh called city architects, built a grand new home by the farm, brought all modern comforts and continued his work. Though he owned property worth crores, he believed in living simply, but he couldn't forget how Megha had been insulted. He was not be able to digest that insult. He later bought a luxury car too. One day he said to Megha, Megha, Laddu's 5th birthday is coming. Let's invite everyone and have a big celebration with puja and party.
Of course. Everything we do is for our son's happiness. I really like your idea.
Megha invited her sisters, brother, and parents. When they arrived, they were stunned. The big house, beautiful fields, cool breeze from the balcony, grand decorations, evening party. All left them speechless. They were not be able to believe that Megha is so wealthy.
Madhu, are we dreaming? Look at Megha. She looks like a queen. And Laddu, for whom we brought just one dress and toy, but he looks no less than a little prince. You are right. I can't believe Megha is so wealthy now.
Listening their conversation, Suresh said, Yes, girls, we live simply and value emotions over money. But you both drowned in showing off your riches. So I had to bring you back to reality. I have always seen you as my younger sisters, and I equally care for both of you. Madhu and Meena realized their mistake. They hugged Megha with tears and apologized. From that day, the sisters never showed off their wealth again or judged anyone by money.
This story teaches us we should never underestimate anyone. True value lies in relationships, not riches.